I'm Jessica Blotter.
And I'm Sean Krejci, and we're the co-founders of Kind Traveler.
So so after we had been together for a little while, Sean was exiting out of his company, and I had made a transition out of the startup magazine world. And we were both very much in a place where we wanted to create our own business together. And Sean being a graphic and product designer, and me having a background in advertising and publishing, sort of where my skills ended, his began, and vice versa. So we both had very different skill sets, which I think was really important. But our first company, we started a brand development company, and we were working with brands like Marriott and other hotel brands, but we were requiring more purpose in our lives. And the journey for Kind Traveler began when we actually took a vacation down to Belize in Central America. And we were there to see the Mayan ruins and go caving and sort of do the things you think of when you go on a vacation. But instead, we saw a lot of poverty. We saw families living in shacks next to polluted swamps. We saw lots of emaciated dogs roaming the streets. And we had actually been pretty involved in animal rescue volunteering at the time and here in Los Angeles. And so when we saw the dogs, we wanted to help them somehow. So we had this simple experience down there where we decided to feed the dogs, and unintentionally inspired all of these other travelers to participate and do the same. So when we walked away from that, we were really just had this longing for our travel dollars to somehow positively impact the local community and environment. But from that experience, just being able to unintentionally inspire others to give back, and then to feel that feeling of giving back and how it makes you feel good, we realized that was really the perfect storm for the traveler looking to have a connected, meaningful, and fulfilling vacation experience. So when we came back home to the States, we started just thinking we couldn't get that experience out of our head. What was it about that? So we started brainstorming, and we thought
workshops,
some ideas. We started workshopping some ideas. In fact, we saw a hotel that was actually doing a promotion where if you brought in some canned dog food for homeless dogs, they would give you a discount on your room. Yeah. And I was like, this is it. I'm like, what about a give and get booking platform that would motivate travelers to give back, and in turn, they would get a deal from the hotel? And so that's really how the idea was born. And Kind Traveler's mission and vision is very much aligned in addressing the Sustainable Development Goals, which largely center, as you probably know, around fighting poverty, advancing environmental sustainability, reducing inequality. And so I think from that core value perspective, that they really cared about sustainability. And then we learned more about one of the founders, Hank Rogers, who is a climate activist. And I think it was really the fact that they cared about business being a force for good that really attracted us, because we hadn't really seen too many other accelerators really supporting businesses or startups that were addressing the Sustainable Development Goals. The biggest thing that we're seeing right now is this opportunity to have this built-in support system of wonderful mentors who really care about our business and seeing us succeed. Meeting with mentors every single week, and not only dreaming of the big vision for Kind Traveler, but also the pathway to get to that point, and also having others help us mitigate from potentially certain pathways that might not serve the bigger picture. Because I think as founders, sometimes you're working, you can be working in a silo and not see certain future obstacles, perhaps.
The thing that we really admire Blue for, and what we came, really wanted to get out of the program was to kind of fine tune our product as well and prepare that for investor conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in the beginning stages of approaching and starting to pitch, and we have pitched globally around the world and have won major competitions for the pitch of Kind Traveler. But I mean, we wanted to fine tune our package as well as having that soundboard of somebody to kind of relay, like, here's the opportunity with certain investors. And just having somebody that's on Kind Traveler's side that understands investment and to have that, advisorship.
Yeah. So some of the specific goals that we're working on right now with Blue are evolving around our business model. So currently, Kind Traveler, so we are a hotel booking platform where travelers unlock exclusive hotel rates and perks when they give a $10 nightly donation to a local charity that positively impacts the community or environment in that destination. And through that model, 100% of donations go to charity. So we'll keep that model in place. However, we believe that there is a big opportunity for hotels and tourism boards to take part in a seal of recognition that certifies their commitment to community impact. Because sustainable tourism isn't just about the environment, it's also about community impact. And the one thread on our entire platform is that all of our hotels are committed to community impact and their local community, which is the definition of inspiring sustainable travel. Impact has to be within the community, the environment, and make a positive economic impact. And so the opportunity to move to more of a membership model that recognizes hotels for their specific actions in the community. So if you think like of a B Corp or a 1% for the planet, developing a model that is specific for hotels to become known for their efforts in supporting community impact, essentially.